Remember all of the blowback, the wokes on Twitter losing their ever-loving minds because Caitlin Clark was getting a signature shoe from Nike. A'ja Wilson did not have one. By God, she needed one. It was racial. The mainstream media went on full assault over the fact that A'ja Wilson was being done like that while the white girl was succeeding.
The truth has finally come out, and A'ja Wilson has been exposed for fueling a vicious attack on Caitlin Clark. For months, Wilson and her supporters pushed a false narrative, making it seem like Clark was unfairly given opportunities that Wilson was denied.
The backlash on A'ja Wilson right now went nuclear. In a matter of 1 hour, she's getting crushed. She knew she was getting a signature shoe for 2 years, and she let Caitlin Clark take all kinds of hate from WNBA fans that did not want to see Caitlin Clark come in and do what she did, which was dominate the league.
Oh, we need to release A'ja's shoe first. Oh, no, it's not Caitlin's fault that you haven't done anything for A'ja.
A'ja actually lost fans over this.
The media latched onto this story, turning it into a full-blown racial controversy. And Clark became the scapegoat for something she had nothing to do with.
And all these fans have been mad, and all the while A'ja Wilson sat back and was just plenty happy to play the victim. She could have come out and made some kind of a statement that would have called off the dog. Nah, she didn't do it.
But now, the shocking reality is out. A'ja Wilson knew all along that she had a Nike shoe deal in the works. For 2 years. While Clark was being slandered, attacked, and blamed, Wilson sat back in silence, letting the hate build.
Why did you sign her, Nike? They're not marketing her correctly on purpose. Why? Because they're scared of the original WNBA fans, which are a bunch of damn activists.
We have not seen any ads, we have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise, and we for sure as hell have not seen any Caitlin Clark signature shoe.
And now, the backlash has exploded. Wilson is getting dragged by her own fans, and her reputation is crumbling before our eyes.
A'ja Wilson never came out and was like, hey, let's calm this drama. There's no reason for this. Let's tamper this down. Not everybody has a full story. Yada, yada. I don't remember any of that, which tells me she more than happy playing the victim.
But why did Wilson allow this to happen? Why did she let Caitlin Clark take the fall while she played the victim? And now that she's been humbled by the truth, is there any way back for her? Let's break it all down.
A'ja Wilson is getting right now nuclear backlash over the reveal of her Nike signature shoe from earlier today, and her coming out and admitting she's known about this signature shoe for almost 2 years.
From the moment Caitlin Clark signed her Nike shoe deal, the backlash was instant and brutal. Instead of celebrating a historic moment for the WNBA, the media and certain players, including A'ja Wilson, twisted the narrative into a racial controversy. The claim that Nike had disrespected Wilson, overlooking a black athlete in favor of Clark, a white rookie.
What about all of the A'ja Wilson Nike outrage last year that subjected not only Caitlin Clark, but her fans to all kinds of racial hate?
This wasn't just an online debate. It became a full-blown smear campaign against Clark. Sports analysts, woke journalists, and WNBA fans attacked her relentlessly, questioning whether she even deserved the deal.
There was an explosion. The mainstream media, woke WNBA fans, they lost their minds. They went nuts. A'ja Wilson was oddly silent.
Social media was flooded with outrage, with many calling for boycotts against Nike and using Clark's name as a punching bag for their frustrations. But let's be clear, Clark had nothing to do with Wilson's situation.
You played the victim, let all that go down, all that backlash, all that hate, and you didn't say a damn word.
She didn't steal a shoe deal from anyone. She simply got a contract because she earned it, breaking records, drawing massive TV ratings, and bringing more attention to the WNBA than any player before her. But none of that mattered.
A'ja Wilson is getting dragged to hell.
The false narrative had already been set, and Clark became the target of hate she never deserved. And where was A'ja Wilson? Sitting on the sidelines, watching it all unfold. She knew for 2 years that she had a signature shoe deal in the works. She could have stepped up at any moment and said, "Hey, calm down. My deal is coming." She could have shut down the racist attacks on Clark. But instead, she let it happen.
Caitlin Clark's popularity is tied to her whiteness. What Nike and Caitlin Clark are known for as of right now is the fact that they have set on Caitlin Clark as what is their most valuable asset.
And because Wilson refused to set the record straight, Clark was left to take the full force of the hate.
How great would Asia be if she didn't have that mentality? Because she can play. She plays all the time. Nobody watches.
Fans turned against her. The media portrayed her as the villain. And WNBA players, who should have supported her, piled on instead. All while Wilson sat back in silence, knowing the truth, but choosing to protect her own image rather than defend an innocent player. But now,
I showed it to them, I want to say, literally maybe a day before my jersey retirement.
Okay.
And they were like stunned, like, and then I think my mom was like, yep, of course, I knew it was going to be pink. Like, they all knew they had to do something with pink, but they were just so happy. My dad, I think he was holding back tears. He does this thing with his lips where he was like, he tries to hold it back. He did that. And it was just a, like, happy moment for the Wilson family, and I was just so appreciative to have them. And they got their pair, so that's when it really kind of seeped in that like they could see it in their size. So you know they love on the shoe. My dad's like, what are the other colorways? I was like, all right, calm down. You're gonna get your pair. They have a black label pair now, so it's definitely big. Because once you let the family know, they're gonna want to know everything. You can't get them everything, so this was a secret I had to keep from them. But I'm glad they love it.
And then what was it just like with the emotion with Cheryl welcoming you to the family?
Man, it's that moment there, it's indescribable. It's surreal. Like, someone like Cheryl, she's done so much for our league, for me. So to share that moment with her is truly powerful, and I'm glad that I can make her happy. Like, everyone that laid the foundation down for me to be where I am today, like, this is who this shoe's for. So appreciative, and yeah, I'm just happy that now she gets her pair.
Asia Wilson had to keep her Nike signature shoe secret from her parents for almost 2 years. She showed them the A1 the day before the official reveal in their size. She kept it a secret for almost 2 years. While watching all of the backlash Caitlin Clark dealt with, she's more than happy playing the victim because Asia Wilson was black and she had not gotten a signature shoe.
the truth is out. And Aja Wilson is the one facing the heat. The moment Aja Wilson finally revealed her Nike shoe deal, everything changed. The fans who had once rallied behind her, believing she was a victim, felt completely betrayed.
Nike basketball let Caitlin Clark take the fall for Asia not having a Nike deal, letting a rookie deal with all the hate just so they could protect a race baiter. That's bad. I hope Nike stock tanks some more. It's a trash organization.
For months, they had been outraged, calling out Nike, attacking Caitlin Clark, and pushing a false injustice. All while Wilson knew the truth, but kept quiet.
Asia is nothing but a clown. Mad Clark is better than her at everything. Mad she don't have Clark's motion. Can't wait to see this clown sneaker on the Nike outlet back wall. It is real ugly.
Once people realized Wilson had a shoe deal in the works for 2 years, the backlash was instant and brutal. The same social media accounts that once defended her turned against her. Fans called her out for playing the victim, with some even saying they lost respect for her completely.
Then why did she act like she didn't have a shoe in the making and played victim with, quote, delayed not denied bullshit, and then shaded another athlete who got announced of getting a signature shoe? She needs to be held accountable for her part in those hate crimes.
Wilson wasn't just being criticized. She was getting destroyed. And it wasn't just the fans. Even some in the sports world started questioning her character.
Such a piece of S. She's letting Clark catch all that bullshit heat, crying racism over Clark getting a deal.
Why did she let this controversy spiral out of control? Why did she allow Caitlin Clark to take all the blame for something that had nothing to do with her? The answer was clear. Wilson chose to stay silent because she benefited from the false narrative. She let the outrage grow because it kept her name in the headlines, and it allowed her to play the victim while Clark took the heat.
What is she doing wrong? What more do you want from Caitlin Clark? Seriously, what more do you want from her? She's focusing on the game. She lifted her team up, got them to the playoffs, won Rookie of the Year, and then also is denouncing racial tensions when she's asked about it. I'm sorry, I don't see anything more that Caitlin Clark should have done or could have done. Listen, if people want to portray and paint the narrative that there are racial tensions in the WNBA as a result of Caitlin Clark, I would say that's their own problem. I think Caitlin Clark is doing the right thing, rising above all of the crap that she's had to endure. The amount of fouls committed on Caitlin Clark higher than any other player, flagrant fouls committed on Caitlin Clark higher than any other player. Caitlin Clark was worried about playing the game, and that is why she got Rookie of the Year. She was not worried about the BS.
But now, Wilson can't escape the consequences. The WNBA community is waking up to the fact that Clark was unfairly attacked for months, and Wilson was complicit in that attack.
But I love my teammates so much that I will take any hit from them. Good, bad, ugly. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to try to be the best. I get y'all saying best player in the world. That's great. It looks great.
I think it's a huge thing. I think a lot of people say it's not about black and white, but to me, it is. It's really because you can be the top notch at what you do as a black woman, but maybe there's something that people don't want to see. Wilson said to the Associated Press.
One of the more interesting aspects of this fanhood is that some of the biggest supporters of Caitlin Clark are not whites. They're actually black males.
The very people who used to praise Wilson are now questioning her integrity. Some fans even admitted that they no longer support her, realizing that she let her ego get in the way of the truth. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's reputation remains untouched.
Us as black women, Paige reminds me a lot of you. Like, it's not really about me. And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point. And also, like, she's good at basketball. And, like, she understands her privilege and like, pushes her over the top in a sense. It reminds me a lot of you. And I mean, that's a compliment.
And I think in overall popularity, does her race play a factor? Nominal. Women's basketball has had a cornucopia of talented white and black women's basketball players. Elena Delle Donne is white, is she not? Sue Bird, white, is she not? Asia Wilson's black. Cynthia Cooper, black. Like, you can go back through, and it's actually a lot more. There's gay and there's straight. There's black and there's white. There's tall and there's short.
Despite enduring months of hate, she never complained, never fought back, and never engaged in the drama. She kept her head down, focused on her game, and let the truth reveal itself.
Jealousy and envy and delusion all mixed together. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're delusional. People are watching these games because of Caitlin Clark. Oh boy, if I say what I really think, these black women and these feminist white women are not going to sleep with me. And I may lose my job. They're going to come after my job. We're not in position to say, shut up.
36 million she drove to Indianapolis just by showing up as a rookie and making history. And so I understand her point of view. She wants to probably let other athletes shine. And she also says, like, it's earned, not given. There are other people that can use that spotlight to compete as well. So I think Caitlin, she moves because she knows people follow her no matter where she goes. And she's very strategic about dictating where her value is.
And now, the world is seeing exactly who the real problem was. And it wasn't Clark. Aja Wilson thought she could get away with this. But now that the truth is out, she's the one facing the fire.
She could have just said, hey, y'all lay off Caitlin Clark. Let's embrace her. But nope, her frail-ass ego was jealous of Caitlin Clark's popularity.
Aja Wilson thought she had the perfect setup. She could play the victim, let Caitlin Clark take the backlash, and then come out looking like the hero when Nike finally announced her shoe deal. But now, with the truth fully exposed, the plan has completely backfired.
No one cares what skin color you are. You know what America loves? Let me break it down for you. We absolutely love one thing. You know what it is? Underdogs. We don't care about your color. We don't care if you're married, single, divorced. We don't care about anything. We love humble underdogs. We just do. Do you know what Caitlin Clark just got the contract from Nike?
Nike.
You know what the contract is?
I want to say it's $3 million a year for 8 to 10 years. It's almost $30 million, something like that.
And I'm so happy for her to get the $28 million.
Name another company that just loses money, and we're like, yeah, let's keep talking about this company for the last 25 years. Candace Wiggins, she played for Stanford. She claims that she was bullied by WNBA players. She says she was bullied because she's straight. And she says that 98% of the league is lesbians.
Wilson isn't being celebrated. She's being called out and humiliated by her own fans. The people who once defended her are now turning on her, realizing that she let them be manipulated. Fans who stood by Wilson in the Nike controversy are now questioning her honesty, accusing her of feeding a false narrative for personal gain.
Caitlin Clark actually reportedly inquired as to whether or not opposing teams could be paid more money due to her having the ability to sell out road games, right? Because of her star power. She is not in the game merely to boost her own persona. In the Indiana Fever, president Allison Barber revealed this request made by Clark during the season. Listen.
After a few away games and all of the sellouts, Caitlin asked the WNBA if they would pay spot bonuses to the away team players. She said, wow, we're making all this new revenue, and I would like the away team to benefit from that. Could they get a spot bonus? So that's the heart of Caitlin Clark. I mean, that's a classy, amazing person.
And instead of gaining respect, Wilson has tarnished her reputation, because now people see the real story. She let her own insecurities drive her actions, and in doing so, she exposed herself as a fraud.
Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. First triple-double in Fever history. The first player to be named WNBA Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same month. First player in WNBA history with 20 or more points, 15 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds in a game. She won Rookie of the Month 4 times. Eastern Conference Player of the Week 3 times. Single season rookie record for assists. Single season rookie record for 3-pointers. Single game record for assists, 19. Franchise record for most double-doubles, 3-pointers. Career 10 or more assists in a game. Franchise record for most career 10 or more assists in a game. Fastest WNBA player to reach 100 3-pointers. She did it in 34 games. Most assists by a rookie in a WNBA All-Star game, for which she received the most fan votes ever. 700,000 of those. Fastest player to reach 350 points and 150 assists to start a season, regardless of years in the league. People will say, pay more attention to the other folks. Like, she couldn't do it herself. You know, LeBron has teammates, Jordan had teammates. I understand.
But it's not just about Wilson losing credibility. It's about Caitlin Clark winning in the end. Despite months of attacks, racism, and constant hate, Clark never folded. She didn't lash out on social media. She didn't engage in the drama. Instead, she kept playing, kept breaking records, and kept proving why she's the biggest name in the WNBA. And here's where Wilson truly got humbled. Instead of Caitlin Clark fading away, as many of her haters hoped, she's now bigger than ever. Her jersey sales continue to dominate, her fan base keeps growing, and she's still the one bringing in more eyes to the WNBA than any other player. Meanwhile, Wilson, once seen as one of the league's top stars, is now dealing with a massive PR disaster, one that she created herself. Wilson tried to tear Clark down, but in the end, she only exposed her own insecurities. And now, the fans aren't buying her victim act anymore. Instead of Wilson being lifted up, Caitlin Clark is the one standing tall, and Wilson is the one left embarrassed and humbled. Aja Wilson thought she could play the victim, but now, the truth has completely exposed her. She let Caitlin Clark take the heat. She allowed false narratives to spread. And she stood by in silence while the media and fans attacked Clark for months. And now, she's the one getting humbled in front of the world.
I think that experiencing it, I love Caitlin Clark fans, but Caitlin Clark fans is different. They like C-Square shout to the gang, like different. They are very passionate people, and like they gonna ride or die. Like,
listen, Caitlin Clark is a god to her friends. She does no wrong. Do not play. Do not play with her fans.
Let's just say C-Square. I'm happy. I'm gonna write in there.
We on the right end of the stick, man, because
I hate to be.
Listen,
because
they love us right now. But if we go right left, it's over for us.
Caitlin Clark fans, I love you back. I promise. Please don't.
Yeah.
Like her fans, but like the one thing I would say about Caitlin Clark fans that I can't appreciate, they'll go anywhere she go.
Oh,
they gonna travel.
She gonna
travel. And
right there. Right
I
there
just
with
think
her.
like it's super dope though because it's like they would literally go anywhere she go, and so she's built that kind of platform. I'm like, damn, that's lit.
Fans are furious, realizing they were lied to. And instead of celebrating Wilson's shoe deal, they're calling her out for her dishonesty. The backlash isn't just a few negative comments, it's a full-blown revolt against Wilson's fake victim act. She thought she could control the narrative, but now the narrative has turned against her. And through it all, Caitlin Clark remains untouchable. She didn't engage in the drama, she didn't fight back against the hate, and she didn't let the negativity shake her. Instead, she let her talent do the talking, and now she's more dominant than ever. Wilson and her supporters may have tried to tear Clark down, but in the end, Clark is the one standing stronger, while Wilson is left scrambling to save face. But here's the real question. Is it too late for Aja Wilson to fix her image? Or has she completely ruined her reputation with this controversy? Let us know what you think in the comments. Was Wilson exposed for who she really is? Is Caitlin Clark still being unfairly targeted? And will the WNBA ever stop trying to push Clark out? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates, and we'll see you in the next video.